Welcome to the Game of Risk, everyone. I'm your host, OliveXC, a top player at this game. Back at you with some classic fixed. This is the most overpowered Australia setup I've ever seen. Look at this. You can basically be right here in Afghanistan, right up in the face of the European player, which actually makes Europe a very dangerous continent to go for, which is further complicated by the fact that there's so much I'm going to have to do. Like I have to take out, because I'm playing with neutral AI bot. And with the pink player having all of their troops here, taking over the region is going to be challenging. So hopefully we get this roll works. It does. So my priority this game is to try to take Europe. I'm losing this one, but this is fine. This is just a one. Like, that's not the end of the world for me. And I like what blue is doing. He's just slowly kind of building his stuff in. Pink wants an alliance. I can accept that. So I have alliances now with most of the players. And it looks like blue wants to be moving out. Yeah, very, very smart move out. Yeah, they want to be taking over all South America. So it looks like our lines have been set. Black takes North America, blue takes South America, purple takes Australia, pink takes Africa, I take Europe, but it's a little bit painful taking Europe because of all the troops here. Black has some finagling that they need to do in order to take over Europe, but blue can also move their troops down over time. I don't know if pink should be taking this right away. Like, this is too many hits to be doing. Because you risk someone just fricking you over, like, if you take over the bonus. Like, you have, like, only 3 troops there now, man. Like, if I decided to just take the bonus from the pink player, what could they do about it? Yeah, I think I have to punish the pink player's over-aggression here. And there's nothing they can do about it. They over-attacked, and that's exactly why you can't be over-attacking like that. Yeah, and blue's like okay with this. I'm not leaving it yet. And yeah, pink, you should be ending the alliance. I kind of dicked you over there, and then they just gave up. This is so nice. So now the only risk of me doing this play is blue could do the same thing to me that I did to pink, where they just invade me super hard. But since I made an alliance with them and I'm not going to be making any sort of threat towards them, like, I think I'm going to be okay here. Because now since purple's already gone and the white player is an inactive bot, this gives me the maximum flexibility for myself. The only thing that's a bit of a problem for me here is I actually have to put a lot of troops outside of my bonus in order to take a card for myself. Because with the white player all here, it actually acts starting to create a lot of extra pseudo blizzards for myself. So I think actually for this turn, I'm not going to take a card at all. I'm just going to leave everything on Egypt because I need to build up troops. It's more important for me to be safe. Like, a card right is worth around 2 or 3 troops in total. I say like 3 troops. But I just got all of this extra territory and the bonus, which is worth 4. So every turn I'm able to maintain it, it's actually worth more than a card, while the rest of the board does not have bonuses. So I am quite fine with just leaving leaving a lot of stuff on Egypt, so that the blue player gets any intention of of invading. It's going to be a very painful invasion for them. But at the same time, I'm never going to put my troops on North Africa because I don't want to be a threat to them in any way, shape, or form. And now with blue leaving their stack down on Brazil, this gives me an opportunity to now get like my next card for myself. I do have to be a bit worried though, because the blue player never had an exterior position. This means blue has to get a card somewhere. And if they fail to get a card, right? Like if black starts guarding heavily against the blue player, blue has to invade me. This is how I'm going to be dealing with the South American player. Like I gave up a card for a turn, and I think that was the correct decision to be giving up a card for a turn. No set for me. But again, I'm on 35 troops. I am extremely safe right now. Yeah, and now blue is finally going to take over their continent. But my problem is, what are they going to do on their next turn, right? They need a card. And if they're unable to get a card, I don't know what they're going to do. As for the purple player, like, they're also going to be a tough spot. Like, while I'm on 35 troops, they're going to attack a 7, a 4, and a 7 on the following turns for themselves, unless they put a large stack in Iceland. I'm not aggressively fighting for the pink player, by the way, and no set on 4, but I'm on 42 troops, so I don't really care at all about that. No one's going to be killing me, because I'm too expensive to be killing. Well, I could have left my troops in North Africa to give myself the flexibility to be attacking the blue player and eliminating them. If they had a set on 3, they could have caused a large amount of damage to me and really hurt my overall game. And I also could have really lost my initial advantage if I had those poor relations on the turn or two. So the fact that I cannot eliminate the blue player now is fine, because of now the flexibility that I have from the extra strength that I've gained by holding on to the continent. So within this, now this kind of 4-player situation, what I'm hoping happens is we can slowly but surely, pink looking good to take out for 2 cards. Pink is on 2 cards. I like having neutral bots, Danny. So this is actually an important thing that you guys are bringing up. I love neutral bots. I always host my lobbies as well. So the reason why I always have like neutral bots is because automated bots just extend the game. They take over a large amount of territories. You have to push them back. You have to guard against them. Make them attack your opponents. You don't realize how much time they waste. If you just keep them like a blizzard, like this, where they're just like where they just kind of like clog up a player, like the purple player instead. You instead are able to just focus on the players themselves to advance the game. Yep, and now we get our set. We will leave our extra troops on East Africa. And it looks like we'll be getting the 4 set next. But again, we're in 57 troops. So now I'm just in a situation of thinking, what's the next way of advancing the game? So things that can happen. Blue could attack full stack onto North Africa and completely mess up my day. Yeah, blue only gets a 4 set. That sucks. Yeah, so it looks like blue is not taking a card anytime soon. Oh yeah, because someone doesn't ready up at all? No, I always start with 6 human players, Danny. One of them didn't ready up. That was the problem. Yeah, so now we're forced to trade in. And again, I could have potentially just... I think I have to wait till I make a bigger set and then try to maybe take out purple's 8 and 1 stack, so they have to attack through a tremendous number of troops. And since they're pretty weak, I'm thinking that makes sense. Like, I am the strongest player right now, but I'm in a weird spot where there's not much that I can do in order to be attacking anything at all. But if this game continues like this, the black player is only going to be going much farther ahead. Option 1, and this is the most important thing, we go here, right, to keep our stack open and available to attack. And we have a set on 3. We'll absolutely be using that. So there's 3 things I think that we can do. Option 1, Now, two things we can do. Option one is we just take out the black player if they have no set on 4. If they have a set on 4 and they trade in, we instead just clear out the purple player. Option 3, and this is the most passive option, we just leave our stack here and force purple to attack other stacks to get cards and possibly even attack. Because right now black has an equivalent stack of 66 troops. But we do get the troops on Japan to an attack. And when this is a 62, I think we if we get like a bad roll on the 8, we stop. We get a good roll. That's a good roll. We go for it. And yeah, we're taking out the black player. And we let blue know, attack my territory if you need to. That was a OliveXC special right there. Hey guys, post-edit OliveXC here. Now, the game slows down a tiny bit right here, but this is where the title of the video comes in, on how I used 5 blizzards to be breaking the entirety of the classic map. You'll notice the white player has been a neutral bot this entire game. And because of that, the purple player kind of feels trapped right now. They should be attacking the 12 and then trying to aggressively take over an area for themselves. But they're not doing that. The blue player, they really should be taking over Africa right now, getting equal number of territory as me, and the blue player and I should then be trading in Europe. But because of the mistakes of the players, you'll notice that I'm actually getting more troops than both other players combined, right? Purple is getting 5 per turn with no cards. Blue is getting 5 per turn with no cards. I am getting 13 per turn. North America plus 24 territories plus cards. That's 3 more than my opponents, and that is breaking the game in my favor. We see that purple, recognizing I've just broken the game because of the mistakes of my other players, is going to be giving up, handing me potentially the victory. Let's see if I'm able to do it. And purple just gives up. They have recognized that there's nothing that they can do here at all in this situation. So let's see. The most they can have is like this. Here. $20 on 20. Good luck. The blue player needed to take over Africa, and their failure to do that is going to be giving us this game, ladies and gentlemen. And look at that attacker's advantage, plus 13. And you notice how we have extra cards and an extra 13 troops? Now is the time when I can do that. Because look, if I attack this right here, 100%. Yep. And there we go, you guys. This is OliveXC signing off.